16, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know, I've been through.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
First down, Hurts. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
A gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Lindsay. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Jerome Baker.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
bring on an extra defensive back on third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his tight end, Fant. Touchdown, Broncos.
Complete to Noah Fant.
Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Extra point is good.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this.
Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Burt sets up to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll run with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins nothing.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down right at the
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Breida. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
At the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They go counter with Breida. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant, 30 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now a carry for Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A throw out wide, caught by Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Coming up on second and 7. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Breida. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain.
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Number 24. Touchdown.
Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he rifles one incomplete. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. 11 yards there, first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Two-leader throw complete to Parker.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The 25-yard line.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Breida. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Complete.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
The 13-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll find Lindsey here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 42.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Noah Fant, incomplete. It's third down and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On second down, Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
T.J. Green with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing is Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking deep for Jennings. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's Lindsey. And he's got this down to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Lindsey, the Broncos.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete to Jerry.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
It's for the taking. No hesitation. Don't try my patience.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 33. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Tua. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Brings up second and
Tua sets up to pass it. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 27 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now it's Lindsey. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And boy, he he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking deep for Jennings. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, that is going to be a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point. On the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. And now look at him go. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Philip Lindsay saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
Another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
And they run again with Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down at the 41.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
A 53-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
19.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Throw left side complete. It's Grant. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he fires one incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's third down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Matt Breida, the ball.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Ball carrier.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Tua. And Jennings has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
Tonight.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. Got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From South Florida, good night, everybody.